The episode is full and fun. I think you'll like it. I hope you can continue the video for the last one. We start with Karim Jahin spreading the news. Who? Iranian Foreign Minister Al-Tehran is fully prepared to initiate nuclear discussions in New York if the other parties show willingness. Commenting on this news, he wrote corpses. Palestinians and Lebanese. And the Yemenis, the destruction of the region's economy, all mere a pressure card in Iran's hand, nothing more. The Arab person has become a cat behind the toilet. I've been saying this since the beginning of the war. Karim Jahin wrote, "These people are very strange. I didn't know the history of all people as they were. They hid among children and women as in Gaza and took off their military uniforms as Hamas did and placed weapons and rockets in the middle of schools, mosques, and residences. These people act very strangely." In parentheses, a video of successive explosions of stored shells was published. In residential buildings in southern Lebanon, Jews fought wars to kill civilians, and you are like cowards hiding behind women and children. Also, Sena wrote that the natural angels abandoned him in the names of all the angels were Jewish. Have you ever seen an angel named Hassan or Abu Khalid? 24 books urgent. Israel is investigating the possible killing of Yahya Sinwar. In the news, it is written that Israeli media had revealed a few days ago a proposal submitted by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, offering a comprehensive deal in one step in which all hostages are returned to Israel at once in exchange for the safe exit of Hamas leaders, including Sinwar. Dr. Khaled Montazah wrote the role Jar Ali Beirut, Paris Evil. Will Iran pay the price for all this devastation and destruction and compensate the people of Lebanon for the adventures and gambles of Hassan Nasrallah and spread the news from Arabic? Urgent, the Israeli army is currently targeting Beirut. Monday, September 23rd, 2024 AD. In numerous comments, Rehab mentioned that as long as Hezbollah operates in Lebanon, the aftermath of the 2006 war will linger due to Hezbollah's capture of 2 Israeli soldiers. Unfortunately, Lebanon bears the brunt. God save her. Additionally, another person mentioned Lebanese Christians. Videos of members of Hezbollah. They visited Christian hospitals for treatment, discarded crosses in the trash, exhibiting peak intellectual terrorism akin to real ISIS.
The wounded Hezbollah people who followed al-Bijar went to be treated in Christian hospitals in Lebanon. What did they do? For this reception, they went to remove the cross from the wall and the trash cans. They removed the pictures of Mary the Adra and the trash cans. What distinguishes these people from ISIS today? Do you remember ISIS when they missed the Mosul Museum and broke the statues? Do you remember what Bevrova said? Is this about ISIS? What, you think this is what I'm talking about? Let me read. But this tweet is from one of the Lebanese brothers with the reservation of mentioning the name. You want us to stand in solidarity with you and feel your pain and misfortunes. And if we do not stand in solidarity, we have become inhuman. How can we stand in solidarity with the people who go to hospitals, remove crosses and images of the Virgin Mary and throw them in trash cans? Our sanctities are more important than anything else? If you do not like the cross of the Savior, I assure you that our cross will remain implanted in our land and on the tops of the mountains of Lebanon, the land of the saints.
Majid commented that Hezbollah has evolved into a state within a state, devastating Lebanon under the excuse of combating Israel. Shireen wrote that she slept cleaning, but wishing is expensive. Samia wrote on the sale to Hamas by Iran. And now you sold the party in Lebanon for what reason? Due to the nuclear file. Dr. Khaled Montasser is also the publisher of the picture, and this news is the president of Al-Azhar University, saying that we are studying establishing a college for artificial intelligence. He wrote on the photo without comment. In the comments, the photo was published by Dr. Adnan Ibrahim, saying that the Japanese are all atheists and do not believe in punishment in hell and do not wait to be rewarded in heaven. However, there is no corruption, no killing, no theft, no making, no sectarianism, no infidelity. Japan does not say that the reason for its backwardness is to move away from religion, and that is enough. Commitment to morality and respect for the law. There was a standard news about Elham Shaheen and Ahmed Arafat who commented on this topic and wrote, "Praise be to God for safety." A big fire broke out a while ago in the media production city at the site of the movie, all loved by the actress Father Shaheen, and 90% of the comments were gloating in happiness. In what happened, they also saw that this was a punishment from God. Blah, blah, blah. They were violin themselves getting this and hurting Shaheen's inspiration. But thank God there was no damage and there was no loss of life for any human being. Imagine the amount of hatred in their hearts towards a person who did not harm any of them. Imagine what their minds are like. It's all evil, so much so that they want a calamity like fire. There could have been many victims in it so that they could be happy and have mercy on others every day. I thank God that a person is able to stay away from these ideas that are all hatred and evil towards any different person. Praise be to God for the safety of everyone on the site, someone wrote in the comments. They are terrified of anyone who has an opinion other than theirs and a thought other than theirs. They shake as long as they see it and feel a terrible victory. If anything happens to him, what happens to all people is normal, even if he has a slightly severe cold. Adele Noman in the program, Brother Tam 10. There is no scientific miracle in the Qur'an, the people of Egypt wrote. After completing the initial preparations, media production city fire devours. The role of the movie All Love was written by Elham Shaheen and Sharif Mandur. He wrote God's Will and he willed. After we finished the decor of our new film, All Love, directed by Khaled Al-Hajar, and after decorating the distorted and hot decor, a fire immediately destroyed the popular neighborhood in the media production city. Thank God. Here's the union posted. Words by Elham Shaheen. I'm fine. And the set fire to shoot my whole love movie. Alf, thank God for her safety. Any losses thereafter will be compensated. Also, the details of Ahmed Saad's theft during Farah bin Basma and Wahba, the singer Ahmed Saad, was stolen after Farah, my son, was in Italy. This is what Basma Wahba said, and people said that she saw the chain around his neck and sat talking about him. People spoke about Ahmed, and this is not criticism. I see him as envious, because when I tell you, what are you wearing? This is how I harvested you. Rest assured, everyone who spoke about Ahmed Saad, did he steal one? Ahmed Saad's bag. It has very expensive needs. Dr. Khaled Montaza published a picture of actress Date, who is currently working as a presenter on a program. And she was hosting a sheikh and writing a sheikh who unravels magic and works with legal religion on whim, live and live, and the jinn who dies will die. The situation stops actress Marwa, and it is known through heavenly Bluetooth that the actress has not worked in many series and the actress impressed. Even though any child on the street knows that it does not work, the video has 3,000 views. This is purposeful media, and we do not want 1,000 crowns to appear and 1,000 dervishes to follow him and others like him. The bulldozing of the mind is at work, and superstition is gaining ground every day. And what real scientific program? Bestevez's poor thinking is to inform us of the devil's work. Also in the comments, he wrote Spaceton's religious stories, Al-Ghazala's dialogue with the Prophet, and how the Sheikh saved her from the Jews by hypnotizing the masses magnetically and revealed to them stories that a child would not believe. And he published the link to the Sheikh's stories. Also, Dora will bring you the Mercedes and the Coast Chalet as soon as you say so. This is another link to this supplication. She also put her leg tired, not from rheumatism or gout. This is the work of a laboratory that stopped the situation. She stepped with her foot on a farkush, a lover who wrote this advertisement. There is no owner of any object that appears. Is it normal for him to say such things and leave him like that? Or is it because he said a legitimate vision and started working a little? Does the drusha still do what he wants? Dr. Khaled wrote, "Take care of yourself. The artist is enchanted, not envied, a solid difference. Please focus on the difference between the theory of relativity and laws." Nerman wrote and responded to Dr. Khaled, telling him that envy is different. This brings paralysis like Muhammad Fuad. Nevin kept a tight lid. It is forbidden to remain a disaster. If someone relies on this and gets lost, they will not be treated, right? And in his time. I also wrote that they do not search for the real cause of the disease, whether it is envy or magic. Islam wrote, "I will only believe when she becomes the heroine of a series next Ramadan." Dr. Khaled replied that the man is done with the job of legal subjugation. Ghalib, she will be the heroine with Muhammad Ramadan. Ziyad wrote, and of course the Sheikh promised him that she would get the lines for the next year. Dr. Khaled responded to him and told him this was George Clooney and Brad Pitt waiting for her. The contract for the film Afrakush is ongoing in Al-Fankush, produced by Metro Sepki Golden Maya, as well as Dr. Khaled Montasa, the publisher of the picture Date from a Pharmacy. It contains worlds, the first world written above. Egypt 6-10, 1973 AD, a day of pride and dignity, and the world under Palestine remains on October 7th, the Al-Aqsa flood. He commented on this picture and wrote, "Sorry, there is no comparison between October 6th and October 7th. This picture is from a pharmacy in Egypt in a mall inn." The 6th of October was great, in which planning was at its peak and the calculation of the shameful, the strategic stock from Gaza and Dua, which was sufficient during the war. There is no comparison to October 6th, in which the prisoners were military, not civilians. There is no comparison to October 6th, in which the blood of the Muslim officer and soldier was mixed with the Christian officer. Al-Qumsi and Kamal Hassan Ali fought along with Fuad Aziz Ghali and Zaki Buki, and it did not carry a religious slogan, an element promoted by a faction. My brothers, do not compare October 6th. When leaders obtained that civilians would become victims in large numbers as a result of American military supply to the enemy, without reckoning, stopped the war, and negotiated until they regained Egypt's full supply. Until Taba was regained, they did not enter a war that cost them 34 of their land. Do not compare sympathy as you want from your right, but do not falsify historical facts. October 6th is a real victory. No throat, Mona al-Chamak. I wrote this post explicitly, and we will find objection and error in vain. What we have to. The important thing is that we are free, and thank God, and may God help them. Dr. Khaled responded to her and said to her, "Don't you care? Just say what you feel." Hussein wrote, "There is no disappointment after what Hamas did on October 7th. Is this disappointment? I wish they had Samoa, in the opinion of Dr. Tariq Hamid, and surrendered unconditionally to the uniforms of Japan and Germany in the World War. They would have missed the opportunity against Israel instead of the thousands who died. And those who were displaced, where are the lying mujahideen? The lying mujahideen, we didn't see anyone, including them. Why did Hossam Adel have a different opinion? What did Hossam Adel write? You will die, Khaled. You will die from October 7th. Loosen up, Khaled. This is a war of heaven. Fire, testimony, dignity, pride, and liberation. Stay in the veil and the lock of hair. Your empty topics. Dr. Khaled responded to him and said to him, "Welcome to Guevara. There are many people in it." I didn't catch it and responded to him, but he responded to Dr. Khaled. He said to him, "The important thing is that you have not talked about camel urine and the hijab for 24 hours, which has disabled the entire nation. May God guide you, Khaled." Dr. Khaled responded to Hossam Adel and said to him, "You thought of me after the Sheikh Temple as a mason. From the bank I will return and write so that your eminence will be happy. Is there anything behind me other than this fire?" Your Excellency, Ahmed Kamal al-Din responded and said to him, "Your Honor is not a member of the Zionist organization. I also joined Masonry, so it will be a great effort for him." Magdi Fahmy responded to Hossam Adel and said to him, "Isn't Khaled the one who will die from October 7? Palestinians and workers have been dying since October 7th. Hossam Adel responded to him, and "Hello, Magdi." Magdi responded to Hossam and told him that this is not the truth. Waji, he also responded to Hossam Adel and said to him, "Where are the heroes? Countries. A soul hid with them underground. Countries sacrifice defenseless people to protect Iran." Also, Magdi Abu Bakr responded to Hossam Adel, "What are you? Don't you see your country? Gaza. Did you erase the existence of the Gaza Brotherhood? Let the Palestinians beg the whole world in Gaza, and it was occupied. Put and come tell me." Magdi's pride and dignity. What dignity do you write? And what pride? This Gaza was lost because of Hamas in the tunnels. The right of every child and woman to the neck of these ordinary Hamas in the shelters. And the children and women were abandoned. Think carefully. Don't worry. We will stay until then. When? October 6th. It is a national epic in all its meanings. And it is enough for me to be proud that I am one of them. Its heroes, we suffered from the enemy, and they came to a phase where there was little rain between us and them. Everyone was there, Gergis, Ahmed, Muhammad, and Michael. This is pride and dignity, but I put a world other than the world of my country. This is a betrayal of the country that taught me, raised me, and spin on me. Isn't that so or what? Abdul Malik wrote him a war of heaven and fire. What about your sisters in Gaza who cannot find housing or treatment and their lives are hell? Are they in heaven or in hell? Are your sisters in Lebanon in heaven or in hell? And your Sudanese sisters, where are they now? And your sisters in Yemen, these unhappiness remain in heaven? No fire left? Do you want us to understand that Madam Sama is the one who dug tunnels 500 kilometers long to dig underground for fear of their lives and left the people of Gaza above ground and without any protection and left them facing death? Their breasts in view. They are in paradise and its blessings. Nazareth, the battle of dignity, pride, and transformation. Gaza feels for Hossam Adel. She went with her people, and the Palestinian issue, Bach Muhammad, why did he have any other opinion? He said to Dr. Khaled, "Are you tired in your brain? It's not normal." Dr. Khaled said to him, "Is it reasonable even though I'm still a drinker? Legitimate camel urine, take Ahmed Kamal El-Din's cup. Is this the original packaging, Dr. Khaled? Take care, Professor Muhammad. Is there a reduction? Good roll and post the photo date. It is forbidden to approach anyone other than merchants of religion. Ajwa-flavored camel urine. Only 80% of nashadar is stored in a cold place, and the drink is served cold, a drink special to the Brotherhood, Salafis, and Wahhabis who wins the kiosk. I write to Dr. Khalid Montasser, Palestine. You need your genius mind to solve the crisis and restore the right and land to its owners. Genius. And I was constantly presenting your preparedness solutions to us. Please. Did Dr. Khalid respond? Sabazam, please continue. Not with decorations, Marwa wrote, sorry. No comparison between October 6th and the 7th. No comparison between the picture and the chandelier. On October 6th, civilians were displaced deep into Egypt so that they would not be human shields in the frontal confrontation with the armed enemy, and they were replaced by the Egyptian fighting army. Sharif wrote on October 7th, the greatest gift to Benjamin Netanyahu, a bouquet of roses for every Hamas. Gaza is over and out of geography, and entered history. Since it was suppressed because of October 7th, Gaza was devastated and more than 40,000 died. Where is the achievement in this? Abdul Rahman. He inscribed your words, didn't he? October 6, 73. The occupied land finally returned on 7-10-2023 AD. The rest lost the rest of the land over time. In good news, Dr. Boutros Ghali joins the new formation of the Specialized Council for Economic Development affiliated with the Presidency of the Republic. Ain Misr News published the news. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi issued a decision to reconstitute the Specialized Council for Economic Development. Affiliated with the presidency, Dr. Hussein Mohammed Ahmed Isa will take over imminently. Former chairman of the Planning and Budget Committee in the House of Representatives, general coordinator of the Council, and the Council included in its membership Dr. Yusuf Boutros Ghali, Minister of Finance. X. Congratulations to Dr. Yusuf Boutros Ghali, and this is an implicit statement that he is a man who understands his job. Nashwa Al-Anani published this hot post, and in it, a wedding dress perfect for veils. I also really like this particular dress. God has unequivocally written it, and this marks a sign that should not be ignored. Religion prefers the wearing of flowing black garments, ensuring silent and discreet behavior before men. Carla wrote to him, jealous. You, jealous. These are the people in Al-Anani. Pictures posted by Det. First one tight shirt aroused lusts. What is underneath is immodest and arouses desires. However, Karim Jain, the third one, addressed every honorable Egyptian. Note the distinction. Witnessing the Egyptian youth reaching heights akin to their Israeli counterparts, leading global newspapers in innovation and complex technological exports, and even spearheading advancements worldwide, is something I will voice out against unless it becomes a reality in a few years' time. The talk of the world, and Israel has become a terror and a focus of attention and education for all developed countries, even America itself, China, Russia, and Japan. The Egyptians are no less than their neighbors in mind and zakat. Remove from the youth of Egypt the Al-Azhar Drusha, which is creative in destroying Egypt. Indefinitely upload the photo, date me. The artist Marwa is featured in the program alongside the Sheikh, who claims that she is enchanted, with Benjamin Netanyahu discussing topics like robotics, genetics, and various other fields. If you enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for updates, and share your comments. Thanks to all the fans and followers. Thank you.